Test 1 2, test 1 2. Perfect. Okay. Alright, we're almost ready to start, folks. Hang in there. Alrighty, well, looks like I have things stabilized. One moment while I reset and we'll begin the net. Alrighty, sorry about that. I was, getting things set up and, stabilized and all that, but we're good to go. Alright, hello and welcome to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. My name is Kimberly Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar is my call sign, and my pronouns are she, her. I am your net control operator for this net. This is a roundtable general discussion and RagChew net, and all calls should go through the net control station. This net meets every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time, which we are approximately 10 minutes late for. Anyways, before we begin, do we have any emergency or other priority traffic? If at any time there is an emergency, please say break, break, and we will assist you. This net provides a safe place for members of the LGBTQIA+ community as well as their allies to hang out over the airwaves. This net, as well as the network it's hosted on, is open to all licensed amateur radio operators. No membership is necessary, and we welcome third-party traffic as well. Speaking of memberships, the Pride Radio Group provides an inclusive environment for all to learn, experiment, and enjoy radio communications. by encouraging, promoting, and supporting diversity with the wider radio community, sharing our experiences and learnings with the community, and celebrating and embracing Pride on the air. For more information about the Pride Radio Group and how to join us, plus gain access to our Discord chat room, head on over to prideradio.group. That is prideradio.group. Or check out Victor Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf or Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf on QRZ. Membership is free and all are welcome, regardless of who you are and who you love. Unless you are someone that does not like the LGBTQIA plus community, of course. This net is being relayed on the various nodes, top groups, and reflectors of the Pride Radio Network and affiliated systems, including All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, DMR, YSF Reflector, WiresX, M17, NXDN, P25, and D-Star, as well as various RF repeaters around the world, and is also streamed live on Broadcastify and my YouTube channel, which can be found by searching for my call sign, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. For more information about how you can connect to this network or for live stream links, visit prideradionetwork.com. That is prideradionetwork.com. You can also track and follow this net by downloading NetLogger on Windows, Linux, or Mac OS from netlogger.org. That is netlogger.org. NetLogger is a fantastic piece of software that allows you to log into the net and view a list of call signs in real time and be able to follow along with the net. If you're an Android or iPhone user, you may download On Air NetScraper instead. That is On Air NetScraper. Alrighty then, before we begin this evening's net, do we have any news, announcements, or other items of business for the net and the Pride Radio Group? Alrighty, I need one moment to check the Echolink conference real quick for connectivity. Alright, connectivity check complete. It looks like we have connectivity there. Alright, moving on. I have no announcements from myself, so let's go ahead and get the show on the road, shall we? Let's start taking in check-ins from mobile, short on time, and in and out stations. So if your mobile don't have much time, or you simply want to pop in for a quick hello and then pop out, you may now come with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. And why not? Throw your pronouns in there as well if you wish. This is Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar, your net control station, and we're standing by for check-ins from mobile, short on time, and in and out stations. Alright, well, we have an early check-in from Alpha Echo for Whiskey X-Ray, who is not able to make it, so we'll mark him in there as an in-and-out check-in. It doesn't look like we have any other mobile short on time or in and out, so let's open up check-ins to anybody anywhere. So anybody anywhere, if you'd like to check in to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, Please come now with your call sign, slowly, twice, and phonetically, and why not, your pronouns too if you wish. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Let's see who's out there.
WB9 Japan Norway Zulu.
Alright, Whiskey Bravo 9, Juliet November Zulu, got you down. Who else is out there wishing to check in? Please come now.
Hello, Charlie Bravo, Lima, Kilo. Name is Ben. Pronouns, any, no preference.
Alright, your call sign got cut out during a transmission. Could you repeat your call sign again?
Kilo, Charlie, Zero, Bravo, Lima, Kilo.
Alright, finally got you down. Kilo Charlie 0 Bravo Lima Kilo, got you down. Who else is out there wishing to check in?
VK5 Zulu Sierra Hotel VK5 ZSH him.
Woo! They're coming out of the woodwork. Alright, Victor Kilo 5 Zulu Sierra Hotel, got you down. Who else is out there wishing to check in? Alright, do we have any additional check-ins before we get started? Please come now with your call sign, slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alright, doesn't look like we have anyone else out there. And for those of you who are unable to check in via voice, or if you're unlicensed, you may check in via the internet. I'm available on Mastodon, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. You can check in via that as well. If you're a licensed ham, you can also check in via WinLink. And anybody can also check in via email. I'm good on QRZ, look me up. And NetLogger, you can also check in via that. And let's see what else. And the YouTube live stream, you can check in via that as well. All right. And if you're unlicensed, I highly encourage you to go get your license, do your exams, and get your license today. Or whenever you possibly can. Alright, WB9JNZ from KJ7LMO. We'll toss the hot mic to you.
Well, good evening. I just stumbled across this net just now, and I'm actually just northwest of Chicago, but by the way, the name is Eric, Echo Radio India Charlie, and I'm going through VK2BV repeater, I guess, in Australia. So I guess I'm not clear what the net is, but just thought I would chime in and say hello to everybody, and I'll send it back to net control. KJ0OMO WB9JNZ.
Alrighty, WB9JNZ from KJ7OMO returning copy. Yeah, we're just a plain ordinary rag chew net. But we provide a safe place for anyone who identifies in the LGBTQIA+ community to hang out and express themselves fully on the air without any judgment. Anyways, KC0BLK from KJ7OMO will toss the hot mic over to you.
Thank you. Hello all, my name's Ben. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. And like I said, my pronouns are any and no preference. I didn't have anything. This is my first time joining. I ran across Kimberly on KJ7OMO on Mastodon a few weeks ago, and the net sounded interesting, and this was the first opportunity I had to call in. So, hello all, and thank you. I'll pass it back to you, KJ7OMO. This is KC0BLK.
Alright, KC0BLK from KJ7OMO returning. Copy that. Yeah, saw you on the... I did indeed saw you on Mastodon there. And it looks like you favorited a post of mine, about 15 minutes ago. Hi. Alright, Victor Kilo 5, Zulu Sierra Hotel from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. We'll toss the hot mics all the way over to Australia now. Now that's one epic throw if we could pull that off in the physical world.
KJ7OMO, VK5, ZSH returning. I was just leaving a long epic delay there, just to try and catch the microphone there before it hit the water. Hi. Afternoon, evening to everyone there, and especially the two new people there. Fresh blood on the net is always welcome. Hi. Who is it? Eric, I couldn't quite grab your call sign at first, but I did eventually get it and confirmed it on QRZ. Nice little setup you've got there. And I, by the looks of it, with your radio there in the middle, you haven't taken the protective cover off, the plastic that they put on at shipment, basically. So I'm a bit like that myself, actually. I'm a bit lazy on removing stuff like that off the screens and what have you. More so with handhelds, because it just adds that little bit extra protection to the screen when you can't get pouch for them. What have I been up to? Not a lot, actually. I've been looking at some test equipment because I need a better lab power supply, so I've sort of found one of those from an Australian maker, but it's probably still produced over in China anyway. Hopefully I can get hold of that next week. Made up a couple of calculators last night. Finally got off my my backside to actually do that. So, but unfortunately, it's raining, so I'm not going to get up on the roof to try and put one of the insulators up where it needs to go, because yeah, with all my testing and everything like that, I didn't get around to finalising my antenna. Hang on. So, yeah, and because I was only testing, I only ran the wire through some marine rope. So, yeah, unfortunately there's a little bit of inductance going on there, going on with the wet rope there. So, when I get a fine day, I'll get up and do that one. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll put it back to you there, Kimberly KJ7IMO, VK5ZSH.
Alrighty, VK5ZSH from KJ7OMO returning. Copy that. It looks like I was just now reported that our D-Star reflector has an issue. So, for those of you on D-Star who could hear me, I will send a notification to the person in control of that reflector, since I don't have any control over it myself. So, in the meantime, I recommend you connect to a different method if you can. If not, then we also have, other ways that you can connect either via the web browser or via phone app. So, anyways, we're gonna see if there's anybody else out there wishing to check in. Please come now with your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically. Hang on a second, folks. I'm getting a loud knock at the door. I'm quite a bit busy at the moment. Okay, alright. Well, I'll deal with the light problem later. Okay, alright. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, alright, no problem. Doggone it, this is taking up my time. Okay, alright, no problem. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. It was my mom at the door. Anyways, was there anybody else out there that tried to check in while I was interrupted for a moment? Please come now with your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alright, hearing nothing, we're going to toss it right back up to the top. WB9JZ from KJ7OMO.
Oops, there we go. Thank you, Kimberly, KJ7OMO, WB9JNZ, and hello to, oh my gosh, I saw your name and now I forgot it, in Australia. By the way, my neighbor just left for Australia yesterday, but I can't remember what part of the country he's going to. But anyway, on that picture, I probably had taken it before I took the plastic cover off, and somebody else mentioned that you shouldn't leave it on or it leaves a residue, so I did pull it off and that sort of thing. So that's the way it goes. And yeah, this is interesting to go through Echolink. I haven't used it much, and I've also used the Peanut app on occasion. I'm actually using my cell phone at the moment to connect up here. I imagine it sounds, Kimberly, like there's several ways that you can get in, and I see all these all-star links, so I'm not sure how that all works, but that's the way it goes. By the way, I put up with another Ham's Health a 2-meter 440 antenna the other day on a 30-foot push-up pole that I had sitting around, and oh boy, was that a struggle getting that up, and it's not working quite how I would like it to work. I'm not able to get as far away as I thought I would on this sort of simple, it's a short Diamond X50 antenna, and it doesn't go as far as I would like it. I wanted to get into some repeaters and that, but it's not making it. Back to you, Kimberly, WB9JNZ.
Alrighty, WB9JNZ from KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, well, we're a multi-mode network. We have connections to All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, DMR, though not including Brandmeister because they banned us. We're also on System Fusion, which includes the Pi-Star equivalent YSF reflector and the proprietary Wires X networks. And we're also on M17, NXDN, P25, D-Star, and on an experimental basis, Zello. We did have an experimental link with Peanut a while back, but due to some major technical issues, we had to drop that link for now. But we do plan on eventually getting our connection to Peanut restored once we're able to figure out a different way of connecting to that network that, that is more reliable. Anyways, we're gonna toss it over to KC0BLK from KJ7OMO. Alright, Kilo Charlie 0, Bravo Lima Kilo from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Alrighty, they might be having a connection issue, so we'll check back with them again later. Victor Kilo 5, Zulu Sierra Hotel from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
KJ7OMO, VK5, ZSH returning. Yeah, well, I didn't actually know that there, Eric, that it left a bad residue, but I must admit I haven't left that protective plastic on any like touch screen sort of stuff. I've only basically left the protective plastic stuff on handhelds until I can find a way of protecting the face anyway. As for your antenna there, I noted you say that you put it up and it wasn't working as you thought it would. Move it around different locations if you can on your property or premises. You might find that you'll move it a foot and you'll hit the repeater or what have you, no problems. So RF is a little finicky that way. People think that the one spot, will be good or what have you, but always the case, unfortunately. It sometimes can be just, the minor obstruction that's there, like a tree or what have you. But anyway, the name this way too is Dale Delta Alpha Lima Echo. And I'm situated in South Australia. So, alright, I'll throw it back to you there, Kimberly. KJ7 IMO, VK5 ZSH.
Alrighty, VK5 ZSH from KJ7 OMO returning. Let's check to see real quick if KC0BLK has restored their connection. KJ7 OMO. Alrighty, well, I do see them connected to the fusion reflector now, but apparently they're still having an issue. Alright, we'll check back with them again later. Alright, we're at the bottom of the list, so let's see if we have anybody else out there wishing to check in to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. All I need from you are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. And if you wish, you may include your pronouns as well. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, she, her, your net control station, and I'll be standing by for more check-ins to the net.
Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta, he, him, pedestrian mobile.
Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta, pedestrian mobile. Got you down. You must be having a good run at the moment, because you sound like you're running. Alright, who else is out there wishing to check in? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alrighty, Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta, pedestrian mobile. Come on down. The price is right. I'm only kidding. We're tossing the hot mic over to you, KJ7 OMO.
Yeah, g'day Kimberly, everyone else. Just returning home from a meeting. Went for a little over 2 hours, and then the usual post-meeting side chats and conversations and all that sort of stuff. So I had time a bit late to the party, and I saw you sent me something in a message, but I haven't had a chance to look at that yet, and I won't get to see that till I get home. Yeah, often if I'm not around, I'm pretty hard to get in touch with. So, yeah, it's sort of worked out the slightly earlier start caused by the daylight saving shift has not worked as well so far this year. But it is what it is. Last couple of weeks when I've been late, it's because I've been on the bike where it's I'm not set up to talk on a bike. So I've had to wait till I got home and sorted things out. But in the long run we get there, that's the main thing. Anyway, a bit of a cold, breezy day. It was raining earlier, like overnight, but it's stopped now. It's cool and windy, so a little bit better. Anyway, not too sure who else is on the net, so I'll pass it back to you. KJ7OMO, the group, VK3JED.
Alright, VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Well, it wouldn't matter who to you wouldn't have to worry about who you're going to pass it to anyway, because it's always going to be passed back to me. On this net anyways. Yeah, sounds like you're having a lot of fun out there. Meetings and all that, and a nice walk coming back home, or run in your case. And yeah, no worries about not being able to show up. You know, life happens. Anyways, we'll toss it right back to WB9JNZ from KJ7OMO.
Okay, WB9JNZ, and hello to the other gentleman in Australia who's pedestrian mobile, and I'm going to be dog walking mobile shortly, and I think I'm going to have to step out here. And Kimberly, thank you very much for the nice net here. It's kind of nice to have just a few people and not have 100 people to go around with, so that's great. So anyway, I'm going to have to get going because I've got to go to bed soon here, and I've got a bunch of things going on tomorrow, so I have to take off. But Kimberly, you might mention to me if this is a weekly net or whatever, and I'll try to keep it in mind and check in again. I'm just wondering if you might mention where on DMR you can connect up here, which network. I do have DMR radios as well. So anyway, I will give my best of 7-3 to everybody, and thank you, Kimberly, and hope all is well with you. And I think, did I see you're in Arizona? Hope it's not too hot yet. Anyway, back to you, and I'll be listening out here. KJ7OMO, WB9JNZ.
Alright, WB9JNZ from KJ7OMO returning. Indeed, we are a weekly net, which happens every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time, which would be Saturday evenings for us here in the U.S. For me in particular, it would be 7 p.m. Arizona. Alrighty then. And for DMR, you could find us on Free DMR, Talk Group 969, TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday, hi, Talk Group 2969, and Freestar System X-Ray, System X as an X-ray, 969. Those are the networks we are on. There's a very long story about why we've been kicked off of Brandmeister, which I will not get into on this net, because, yeah, it's a long one and it's a doozy. Anyways, good hearing you out there, and we look forward to hearing you again on the net. 7-3 to you, and thanks for stopping by. Alright, well, looks like I just got traffic from Macedon from KC0BLK. Kilo Charlie 0 Bravo Lima Kilo saying, yep, tried twice via 85527, didn't make it in obviously. Hearing you and others fine. Check me out of the net and I will just listen. Thanks for running a net control station. And unquote. Alright, no problem. Yeah, not sure what these gremlins are up to tonight, but apparently the gremlins are having a field day on our network. But before I fully check you out, let's give you one last try before I check you out. KC0BLK from KJ7OMO.
Yeah, just a comment, Kimberly. You might want to remind them of the redundancy we got, other conferences and reflectors on the various modes. A lot of redundancy on this network. So we've got plenty of other alternatives to try. The primary one for them doesn't work. KJ7OMO, VK3JD.
Oh, good point, Tony. Good point. Yeah, we do have a lot of redundancy on the network, so if you can try the other fusion room, or you could try any other method you like. But yeah, I just now, a few moments ago, tested the fusion on my side, and it seemed to be working okay. So yeah, I'm thinking it might be a hotspot issue or something on your end. But yeah, try any of the other redundant modes. We'll try with you one last time before I mark you as being checked out. KC0BLK from KJ7OMO. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and mark you as being checked out. Thanks for stopping by, and 7-3, and feel free to check back in anytime if you find a mode that will work. VK5 ZSH from KJ7OMO, we'll toss it over to you.
Yeah, KJ7OMO, VK5 ZSH returning. And afternoon to you there, Tony. Oh, it looks like it's only the three of us now. Quite often falls down to just the three of us. Yeah, not sure what need to recap you on there, Tony. Okay. Well, for starters, I'll start off. I was able to ping the. There's a Canadian in the Philippines, and this morning, or today, I've been able to get him on 15, and yeah, probably about 10 minutes ago, I got him on 10 meters. So I'm quite chuffed with that. I've seen the guy around on the bands before, so yeah, it was nice to actually get him in the bag there, so to speak. So yeah, I really haven't been up to a lot there. Like I was saying to others earlier there, Tony was. I made a couple of insulators out of nylon, just the nylon chopping board that you use in your kitchen. So yeah, just made a couple of those up. Been able to install one this morning, but I can't do the other one because I've got to climb up on the roof to do that one. It's just my slackness. Basically, I did all my testing and stuff with my infrared half wave with just loops around the wire with marine rope. But when it gets wet, there's just that slight bit of inductance, I think there is, that, pushes a bit of the signal down to ground, etc. So, yeah, getting around to slowly fixing that. And, besides that, I put an order in for some test equipment last night. So I'm waiting for them to get back to me about my order there, because I prefer them to give me a pro forma thing. Hang on. Do me a pro forma thing, because they are an Australian company, and if I can put into their bank account, I prefer to do that than pay for fees and charges, etc. And I'm not a big fan of punching my credit card into some websites, etc. Well, anyway, I'll put it back to you there, Kimberly, so you can throw it over to Tony. KJ7IMO, VK5 ZSH.
Alrighty, VK5 ZSH from KJ7OMO, your net control station returning. No comment at this time, so we'll toss it straight over to VK3 JED.
Okay, Kimberly. Covered about 1.2k since the last time I pushed the button. So, making progress. Only got about another 1.5 to go, I think. He's about half a k to the top of the hill, and then the last k is downhill the whole way. Not a difficult walk. But I'll slow down a bit for talking up the hill, just to stop me getting too ragged. Yeah, I missed what you were making, Dale. I just had a drop out when you said a crucial word, and you only said it once. Yeah, you were making up, and then you had a pause, and then you said out of the really, I know the sort of board you're talking about. And a lot of redundancy for everyone's info ongoing in on All-Star 27154, which seems to be working on 4G, which these days seems to be a bit more congested than it used to be. Maybe they're doing what they did, either it's getting very busy or they're trying to push everyone to 5G, I don't know, but don't have 5G on this phone, so that ain't going to work too well, at least not till the next upgrade cycle, not whenever that is. This one's still got plenty of life left in it, so even if I had the money, I wouldn't be in a hurry to upgrade. Quite happy with this phone as it is. So, and I'm using the repeater phone app, which does work quite well. It's a pay app, but it's only one-off payment, and then I've got All-Star and Echolink and the one app, and All-Star works really well. So, that's all good. I haven't been doing much radio stuff. This net's sort of been about it. Mainly just time and lack of antennas, and I've got bigger fish to fry at the moment, so any progress on the radio equipment's sort of been put on hold indefinitely. Hopefully that will start to change soon, and I can start organising some antennas and even HF one day, which would be good. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be my cup of tea, but I will have a play with FT8. Probably a bit more interested in JS8, but yeah, we'll play it by ear. Oh, I think I timed out. So yeah, back to you, Kimberly. While I put the foot down to go up the hill. KJ7RMO, the Group VK3JD.
VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Copy that. Well, hopefully one day you'll have some HF equipment up and running, because I would love to work you on HF one of these days. And FT8, yeah, I don't know. It's on one hand, it's not really my thing, but on the other hand, I use it anyway. I don't know. It's good for a propagation test. You know, it's definitely good for that, because you know, you transmit for a while. I don't know, maybe yeah, for a while, and then you check yourself online and see how you're propagating. It's really good for that. Anyways, we're at the bottom of the list, so let's see if we have any additional stations wishing to check in. This is the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. My call sign is Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm your net control station for the net. Do we have any additional check-ins before we kick it back up to the top? Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar standing by.
Victor Kilo 2 Bravo Sierra Delta, in and out, but popping in to say hi.
Alrighty, VK2 Bravo Sierra Delta from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Got your in and out check-in. Thank you so much for stopping by, and 7-3. And by the way, your audio levels are really low. I mean, I just barely was able to pick you out. Anyways, do we have any more check-ins before we kick it back up to the top? KJ7OMO standing by. Already hearing nothing except for the cats outside fighting each other. There's a big old cat fight out there at the moment. I can hear them screaming and screeching. Alright. VK5 ZSH from KJ7 OMO. We'll toss it back over to you.
Yeah, KJ7RMO, VK5 ZSH returning. I missed a bit of what you were talking about there too, Tony. You dropped out at a vital point of information. I think you were asking me what I was actually making. I was making antenna wire insulators out of the nylon cutting boards. You know, your kitchen nylon cutting boards. Yeah, insulators. So basically, what I did is I drilled 3 holes in one end. So basically, I zigzagged the marine rope through it, tied it off at the end, pulled it back taut, and the other end of it, just drilled a hole through it, and with my trusty Leatherman saw, which is actually quite a wide toothed saw, I basically just cut a slot down down into it on a 45-degree angle into the hole that I drilled, and yeah, it's wide enough 14 gauge American wire gauge, that is, wire to slide on through, basically with just a little bit of friction. So basically, it's not going to come off whilst up in the air there. And what else did I say? Oh, outside of that, yeah, just buying some test equipment, basically, and yeah, just waiting to hear back from the seller to give me a pro forma so I can pay for the goodies and they can put it in the post for me, which would be nice. So yeah, and oh yeah, actually talking about other digital modes, I've been wanting to play around with RTTY, and I've actually able to, hang on. And yeah, I was able to actually listen on to a talk that Grant gave last night at the AREG meeting, the Amateur Radio Experimenters Group here. And yeah, he was talking about RTTY, and yeah, I've been trying to actually get into trying to use that, but I've never been able to successfully decode anything, especially with FLDigi. And he actually explained a couple of things that 80 meters, 40 meters RTTY is a bit, yeah, how you doing? And yeah, it's better to be used on the higher frequencies. So anyway, a bit later down the track, with a friend here, we're going to, because we've got a simplex frequency that we use here on FM, 2 meters, we're going to start blasting RTTY over that frequency, and so I can get more of an idea of how to run RTTY in FLDigi, etc. Because it actually, I can't find it in FLDigi, but it's missing one vital bit of information when dealing with that particular mode. Is you've got 2 elliptical circles 90 degrees to each other, and when those 2 elliptical circles are correct and properly 90 degrees to each other, you know that you should basically be able to decode the RTTY signal. So yeah, anyway, I've held it long enough for a bit of a waffle, so back over to you there, Kimberley, KJ7IMO, VK5ZSH.
Alright, yeah, VK5ZSH KJ7. I'm returning. Sorry about those silences. I just received a report of a connection issue with Echolink conference, and I tested it, and it appears to be only one-way traffic going from the network, but nothing going to the conference. All right, I'll put in a note on the Discord, and there's also a apparent gremlin on Reflector 023 Delta on D-Star as well. Anyways, VK3 JED from KJ7 OMO, over to you. VK3 JED from KJ7 OMO. I can imagine you now running really fast and speeding up. Careful you don't get a speeding ticket, hi. While running.
Yeah, I'm back. Make sure I got it. Yeah, the phone decided to hop onto Wi-Fi, so it kicked me off. Getting some fun and games here. Whether I'm hopping on and off Wi-Fi or not, I'm just got home. Seems to be back now. So anyway, Series have this VK3 RTY in Melbourne. That was a bit of fun, and I had a few contacts on that on 2 metres. I was at 147, 350, I think the old frequency was, but I think by the end of the 90s it had been shut down because it wasn't getting a huge amount of use after that. I was on in the early 90s. And, not a lot else to add to what else was said. Except that Adi Yakov, and I see you're still connected to All-Star, and I'll give the conference a bit of a kick in a minute. Might have to put it down for now. May or may not come back later, but might have to put it down, certainly at least so I can give the conference server or give the All-Star note a kick. You won't be able to bridge it when it's running this way, or we'll end up with loops there, Kimberley. So I'd advise against that. But hopefully I'll have two-way audio up in a minute on that Echolink conference. These bugs in All-Star are annoying. Once the new version of the link box is right, we should be able to bypass that issue altogether. It's probably on a par with All-Star at the moment. But I think it'll come up good when the...
Alright, well, looks like you cut out abruptly, but, no worries. If there was, no traffic at all going in or out of the Echolink conference, then, I would have, just bridged it to my node, no problem. But since there's one-way, traffic, well, I wouldn't want to create a, audio feedback loop. That would not be fun on the network. Alright, no worries. Anyways, I think I might start winding things down, but before I do, Do we have any additional check-ins to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net? All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and why not? You may include your pronouns too if you wish. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, she, her, and I'll be standing by for any additional check-ins to the net. Or if you were previously checked in, you're welcome to return as well.
And the Echolink problem should be fixed. So if someone's on Echolink, they can try now.
All right, thanks for the report there, Tony. Do we have any additional check-ins to the net? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alright, hearing nothing, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down. VK5ZSH from KJ7OMO, over to you.
Yeah, yep, no problems there, Kimberly. Yeah, I was going to make this my last over anyway. Yeah, got other things to do, etc. Want to grab myself something to eat, etc. Been up all night again. Yeah, well, where have I been up? Over 24 hours now, so I should get probably a couple of hours kip at some stage, and then try and put dinner on, etc. So, yeah. All right. I bid you and Tony adieu, etc. Take it easy, and yeah, we'll catch you hopefully next week. VK5 ZSH going clear of VK3 JED, KJ7 IMO, and listeners. Cheers all.
Alrighty, VK5ZSH from KJ7 OMO returning. Thanks for hanging out with us, and 7-3, and we'll see you on the next one. VK3 JED from KJ7 OMO, over to you for a final transmission.
Okay, cheers Dale, and also Kimberly and anyone else listening. And yeah, I'm going to do one of the same things that Dale's going to do, get something to eat. Yeah, I tend to keep regular hours because I know if I don't, things get bad really quick. So yeah, I sort of ensure that I keep very regular hours. The alternative's not that pretty. Yeah, 7-3 all, and I'll be on Discord in a little while, just get preparing lunch first. KJ7 IMO, VK3 JD.
Alrighty, VK3 JED from KJ7 OMO returning. Thanks for hanging out with us, and 7-3 to you, and we look forward to seeing you, hearing you on the next net if you are able to make it. Alrighty, folks, we're gonna call that a wrap. I'd like to thank all of you for participating and having fun on this net. I also would like to thank the Waverley Amateur Radio Society in Sydney for allowing us to hijack their repeater to relay this net. And, as always, I also thank VK3JED, VK2WAY, and the rest of the Pride Radio group for making this net and this network possible. Without all them, we wouldn't be here today. I now return all frequencies, repeaters, and other systems back to their abnormal abuse. I mean, normal amateur radio use. Hi. 7-3 to everybody from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar. And by the way, having something to eat sounds really good right about now. And for those of you who are connected to the US portion of the network, I am going to be rebooting it here shortly. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, saying 7-3, and I will be clear. And for those of you who are on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you on the next one. 7-3 from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.